if Alexander Usyk is in fact a generational great, if he is one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, he's certainly the greatest heavyweight of this era, that's not even arguable, then can it just be that he got beaten by the better man?
Louis the reporter here at Right to Fight, and I'm joined by Radio Rahim. First of all, how you feeling? We're at a massive card for Friday night.
First of all, well done, Louis the reporter. You've done some hosting this week. You put the press conference undercard on. Credit to you. It was good. I enjoyed it. So looking forward to working with you again in the future. It's been a good fight week. We got a hell of a show coming this Friday at the O2, July 25th. Shane Mosley, Hall of Fame night. I mean, you can't ask for much more. You might not have thought that you'd get a chance to see Shane Mosley in the ring ever, especially on this side of the pond. So it's a real gift that we got coming this Friday, and I can't wait to watch this legend really lace him up.
Of course, I mean, this is Right to Fight's first event, but you never really get boxing promotions just come out of nowhere and have a massive, massive O2 Indigo. As you said, the Jedi versus Sugar Shane Mosley. So what can people expect from Right to Fight?
What you've seen really is, like you say, they come out of nowhere, but the reality is they come out of the charity vein in the world. They've put money towards saving rhinos in Africa. Shane Mosley has his fund for kids in Pomona, which is in Los Angeles County. And you see a collection of people like the Jedi, who's also, for his trouble, gotten himself in quite the fix just trying to help kids who were being taken advantage of. So you see a bunch of people involved in this promotion that want to do something good in the world, that are giving back to the community, that are putting their efforts and energies forward to help other people. So that's why I think it's come together seemingly out of nowhere, because that's what the like-minded people are doing. They're getting together and working towards a common goal, which is helping others. So that's what we're seeing. So this Hall of Fame fight really is put together because you have a Hall of Fame fighter willing to put his name on the line, and the fight is for real. This is not a sparring session. While everybody's got good intentions for other people, on the night when that first bell rings, Jedi and Sugar are not going to have good intentions for each other. They're coming in there to win. And so on Friday night, you will see the best of both of them, and then really the fans and the community win at the end.
Of course, and in terms of entertainment, those in attendance and online pay-per-view can expect, which fights should they be realistically buying the pay-per-view for, which is going to catch your eye?
If you watch the press conference and you already know, there's not a fight on the card to miss. You got to get in early. Just start at the bottom and work your way to the top, because you never know which fight might steal the show. Everybody on this card is coming to fight for their pride, their name, their street cred. Everything is on the line for each one of these fighters. And whether you know their names or not, what you show up for is a good scrap. And if the press conference taught you nothing else, I mean, this man hosted it and gave you the best of these guys, talking all the smack, egg smashes. He saw everything. There is no fight to miss. So pull up early, get your popcorn out, get your girl there next to you on the couch, and enjoy a great night of boxing. And if you're in London, go to the O2, because this might be the last chance you ever get to see a Hall of Famer like Shane Mosley, especially on this side of the pond, live and in action at the Indigo this Friday night.
Yeah, of course. And moving kind of away from the Right to Fight topic, we had some news emerging recently with Triple D, Daniel Dubois. What did you make of the whole, the video and everything, what was said?
I mean, I'm not sure what video you're referring to, what was said.
The party, the leaked video.
Okay, so here's the thing that you have to remember. This is not Daniel's first fight, and it ain't his first party either. Does everyone forget that he just chinned Anthony Joshua in an incredible 5-round bout? He knocked the former unified champion down multiple times, knocked him out in the 5th. You know what he had before that fight? A party. You know what he did the day that he fought Anthony Joshua and was successful? The same thing he did the day that he lost to Alexander Usyk, who people are calling a generational great. So because it didn't work this time, does that mean that it was a cardinal sin the first time when it did work? No, people have very short memories. As soon as somebody loses, they want to start pointing fingers and everything is wrong. It just didn't work. And if Alexander Usyk is in fact a generational great, if he is one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, he's certainly the greatest heavyweight of this era, that's not even arguable, then can it just be that he got beaten by the better man? That Alexander Usyk is the things that you describe him to be, and he was better than Daniel Dubois on the night, and Daniel came in using the same formula that beat Joshua, and why wouldn't he? Joshua is a great fighter unto himself. He was a unified champion. He was supposed to beat Dubois. Dubois has been the underdog in every of the last 4 fights. So why would he change the formula that is working? The difference is the guy that was in front of him that beat everybody, Joshua included twice, Tyson Fury twice, Chisora. And so now he beats Daniel Dubois twice, and all of a sudden Daniel is the GOAT. Now, I don't mean greatest of all time, but I mean he's the nag. He's the one that everybody is pointing to like he's done some terrible thing.
Yeah.
No, he's just gone in there and gotten beaten by the better man. I don't even understand what the confusion is. And if you didn't have a problem when he did it with Joshua, how do you have a problem when he does it against Usyk? If it ain't broke, why would you fix it? In fact, if he didn't do the same thing that he did with Joshua and came in with a different kind of day than he had against Joshua and then got chinned against Usyk, you know they'd be saying, why didn't you do the same thing you did against Joshua? It worked before. Why'd you go away from what was working? I guarantee you the same people that are saying he's done some terrible sin by having this kind of day would be saying that if he didn't have that day.
Yeah. And you've been around boxing for a while now. You know kind of fighters' strategies before a fight. You know, I was watching a Fraser Clark interview. He liked to just chill, play some music. Some fighters, you know, like to have a little gathering. So with that, would you say that all the conspiracies and stuff are kind of fake?
It's down to the fighter. If that is, I don't know, what'd you just say?
Fraser Clark.
Yeah, if Fraser Clark wants to have that kind of day before his fight, then that's what Fraser Clark should do. What does that have to do with what Daniel Dubois does? You know what I like to do before a fight? Run. Because I'm not a fighter. I'm not a boxer. I don't want to be in there, and that's why I don't do that for a living. And those fighters who do, I think they have the right to say their opinion. More so, it has more gravity than I do because they've been in it, but really they can only speak for themselves. No one can speak for Daniel. And all I'm saying is what he did before worked. He did the same thing, and it didn't work. So is the difference Daniel, or is it the opponent who's beaten everybody else? Yeah. It's not like other people have beaten Usyk, and then Daniel comes along and you know, fumbles. Nobody's beaten the guy. The best that Britain has to offer has lost to him twice, to a man. And Derek Chisora probably had the best showing against him, and he lost. So who is going to say that it's down to Daniel's day of the fight that made the difference? Chisora and Joshua and Fury and at the cruiserweight level, Tony Bellew have all lost to this guy. And it appears that this guy is getting better. And maybe on the night, he was just better than his opponent like he's been every other night. Give Dubois a break. He's 27 years old. He went with the formula at work. He met the better man in the ring. He's got time to grow and develop and become better himself. But whatever you want to criticize him for, I don't think what he did on the day, unless you had that problem when he did it against Joshua, really holds water this time. We can talk about the jab. Should he have doubled up the jab and stayed with it? Or did Usyk take that away from him too? Should he have had more head movement? Maybe that's a criticism. These are the kind of things I want to hear about. Talk to me about technically what's happening in the ring. But what he did before the fight is the same thing he did in victory 3 times before. So I don't really have a problem with it. I want to hear more about the X's and O's, and if I'm talking to a fighter, I want to hear about what's happening in the ring, unless you had that problem the first time, which I didn't hear anybody saying anything. You know why? Because when you win, you seem like a genius, and when you lose, you look like a dog.
Yeah, of course, and with the jab you just mentioned there, a lot of people were saying, including myself, he should have doubled or tripled up with it, but then again, Usyk is a good counter-puncher as well. But I say good, you know, he's a modern-day legend, he's a great. So obviously that was very hard with him, but moving on to the fight, what steps do you think Daniel Dubois should actually take next? Now he's actually lost to Usyk for the second time. I think maybe he should have a massive break and then look on fighting another kind of opponent till they get to the top.
I don't think he needs a massive break. He didn't even go to the hospital. You know, I mean, he got knocked out. Okay, you take some time. You go back to the drawing board. I think you stay with your team. They've had a lot of success. They've been beaten by the best, like everybody else. So it's not like he got beat by a novice or he looked shit against a guy who he should have beat. He came up against the best, and the best remained the best. That's what happened. So yeah, at 27 years old, you continue to get better yourself. You learn from this. You talk to your trainer. You figure out in the gym how you can move your head more, how you can be successful with the double jab when someone tries to take it away from you the way Usyk took it away from him. You have room to grow. You have a big future ahead of you. And his rivals that are at his age, that are this next generation of heavyweights, once Usyk does age out, once Joshua's gone and Fury's gone, Dubois has already beat, 3 of the top 15. So he's right there in the mix with everybody else. And until somebody beats Usyk, then nobody can tell anybody anything about how to beat Usyk.
And I think this shouldn't really be a thing. But, Dave Allen was saying about, Daniel Dubois should retire. I think it was ridiculous. But what did you make of that?
I mean, how many people have told Dave Allen he should retire? And look at the big win he just had, right? Everybody's looking to write everybody's obituary. He's 27 years old. He's lost to Usyk twice, just like Fury, just like Joshua. So now he's got to retire at 27? I mean, yeah, he got knocked down. He got knocked out because he didn't make the count. But, which other people are criticizing him for, he did get up at 10 and walked over to his corner. It's not like they took him out in a stretcher. Yeah. Why should he retire? Are you saying that everybody else in that weight class that are his rivals, everybody beats him all of a sudden? He just beat Miller. He just beat Hrgovic. I mean, give him Parker. Let's see what happens there. Give him Bacoli. Let's see him against a Jogba or Ajak Kabial. There's so many options for Dubois. And now you're telling me that a 27-year-old should retire because the best in the world beat him like he beat everybody else? It's nonsense. And in fact, I'm looking forward to Dave Allen's next fight. And just remind Dave how many people told him he should retire. And look at him now. Very proud of him. And, sometimes you get to talking and you get a little bit over your skis with the emotion and the excitement of the fight night.
Appreciate that.